urgency. Urgency pretty much means to diligently pursue something responsibly. Certainly you have to always counterbalance going after something with vigor and a level of caution. But certainly there is nothing promised in this earth as far as anything can happen at any time. Tomorrow's not promised. And while that is sad to say that and to feel that, what it makes you do is rejoice in today, be thankful for what you have today, and go after what you can responsibly today and days to come. I often repeat that the average life expectancy of a human is 80. But I also share at times I've known people that have died way before 80. There's children that die, and I know people that live beyond 80. And no one knows what world circumstances are in the future. This idea sometimes that we all think that certain things are going to play out a certain way. The reality is we don't know. The reality is nothing is promised. So, again, it's like I struggle to share it because it's a sad sentiment, but to live with urgency, at least as an encouragement, again, with responsibility. To kind of, and I've always realized this, when I've had different times where I feel sick or bad, is to remember, that, when you do get well again, that nothing is promised. I knew someone that had cancer, and they recovered for a while, and eventually they passed away. But I know when they recovered, they kind of realized this. And as we're healthy for a longer period of time, we tend to forget it, because we tend to think that our health and our life is guaranteed to be 80 years or more. But the truth is, it's not. I don't know why. All I know is try to do the best you can. And try to remember that nothing is promised, and try to remember to pursue what you want as best you can. And for everyone that's a little bit different. I often preach about singleness and not having kids, but that's my journey. I certainly know that certain people, family life is their journey, and I respect, everyone's right to do that, so the older I get, the less I believe there is a high level of certainty in anything. So, I'm just grateful that for the most part, I've been able to do many things that I wanted. I remember before I got to Florida, I was always scared that I wasn't going to get here in time. And I want to be grateful that I was able to get here. But tomorrow's not promised that I'll be around in Florida, or that I'll be, no one knows, what tomorrow brings, right? So, I went for a long walk on the beach this morning thinking about that. I said to myself, Sam, you can't just think that you'll be able to walk this beach for the next 40 years, because tomorrow's not promised to you. And it made me sober in the awareness of going after what you want, and even if that's a walk on the beach. Because what I learned in life, when I first started trying to, spend a lot of my time by the beach, whether it's at the Jersey Shore or eventually in Florida, I always found it interesting that people would have homes on the beach, but a lot of them there would be second homes, and they wouldn't be used that much. I also found it interesting that even when they came, many people did not go on the beach. And then even for those who went on the beach, many just stuck their toe in the sand. And then very few fully submerged in the ocean. And I always think about, the different levels of going after something, We have this dream to live by the beach, and then many people, or some people, accomplish that, and then they never get to the ocean. Or whatever, you could fill in the blanks, whether it's a mountain, whether it's, whatever it is for you, right? Everyone has their different dreams. But just remember along your journey that nothing is promised, and to be grateful, to seize the moment, to make the most of each moment, to remember that life is a series of days, and we try to get through each day, the good and the bad, And we try to remember that, the next day is not guaranteed. So make the most of today, and certainly plan for the future. Certainly do not, try to be reckless. That's not easy at times. You will make the wrong decisions. You'll make the wrong turns. We don't always make the right decisions. I remember when my mom told me that when I was debating taking a job, and at least to put my mind at ease, because there is no guarantee we make the right decision. There's none. I know, there's no guarantee, and so, in life, you'll make money, you'll lose money, you'll have your health. Sometimes you'll feel sick. So, it's just make the most of what you have and go after what you want responsibly. And I do believe in faith. I try to be cautious as I get older not to push religion or any one religion on people, because I think that's unhealthy. But I do believe I have to acknowledge, the grace of God to pretty much just cover us when we feel like we failed. And, it just helps spiritually. And I think that's a good thing, because you're going to need it on your journey. Well, you're also going to need it for courage to go after what you want, because it's scary. Life is scary. There's so many things we do throughout the day that are scary. And fear is a real thing, And you certainly don't want to live in fear, but it's not easy, And especially today, in everyday times, I guess. But you got so many things coming at you from so much information, so much input. Very scary. But I just hope that me sharing this helps you a little bit. Helps me focus my thoughts and share them with you. Yeah, that's what I would tell you. And again, you remember that, don't need much many times. Just keep focusing on self-care, on doing the best you can, managing your time, and being responsible as possible. And the grace when you make the wrong decision. I pray for grace for everyone, for myself included. And hopefully that gets us through life as best as possible. Because, one thing I reflect on as I get older also is that no matter what you do in life, you can make every right decision. And you could be the smartest, you could be the strongest, you can be the healthiest. But at the end of the day, we all are going to pass, at least in this earth. So try to remember that too. And hopefully all those things said will, encourage you, inspire you to, do and get back up if you fall, and to just focus on your best life, one day at a time, one step at a time, and that is all, we could really do. All right, so thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.